Deborah Kerr, born Deborah Jane Trimmer on September 30th, 1921, in Helensburgh, Scotland, embodied a rare elegance that was never superficial. Her poise stemmed from discipline, resilience, and a profound respect for her craft. So these qualities guided her through a career that spanned more than 50 years across film, theater, and television. Early experiences shaped her artistry deeply. After her father, a British Army officer, died from wartime injuries, she was raised mainly by her mother, who instilled a sense of structure and education. Kerr's early ballet training at Sadler's Wells Ballet School gave her precise control of movement, an invaluable asset that would define her cinematic presence and set her apart in an industry often dominated by superficial glamour. Early career in Hollywood transition, Kerr began her acting journey in British cinema during the early 1940s, but it was Hollywood that catapulted her to international fame. Unlike many actresses of her era, she resisted confinement to one-dimensional roles. She could combine intelligence with warmth, restraint with emotional depth, and dignity with vulnerability. Audiences quickly recognized that beneath her composed exterior lay a performer of immense emotional complexity. Her ability to convey subtle psychological conflict made her performances compelling and timeless. Hollywood studios admired her reliability and talent, yet she maintained independence, avoiding typecasting. This determination to remain true to her craft would define the trajectory of her career, making her one of the most respected and versatile actresses of her generation. Iconic roles and emotional depth. Deborah Kerr became renowned for portraying morally conflicted, emotionally complex women. One of her most memorable roles came in From Here to Eternity, 1953, where she played Karen Holmes, a military officer's wife torn between duty and desire. The iconic beach scene with Burt Lancaster showcased her emotional honesty and nuanced vulnerability, elevating the moment beyond simple sensuality. Kerr's performances consistently displayed strength through moral clarity rather than aggression. In The King and I, 1956, she portrayed Anna Leonowens with wit, intelligence, and quiet defiance, earning an Academy Award nomination despite her singing voice being dubbed. Films like Heaven Knows, Mr. Allison, 1957, and Black Narcissus, 1947, further demonstrated her capacity for subtle emotional expression, capturing internal conflict with profound delicacy. Discipline and craftsmanship. Kerr's early ballet training instilled a discipline that became integral to her acting style. Even a minor injury which ended her aspirations of professional dance left her with exceptional physical control, measured gestures, and precise posture. These qualities imbued her screen presence with an understated authority and elegance. Directors and co-stars alike recognized her meticulous attention to detail and professional rigor. She could communicate inner turmoil or longing without dramatic flourishes, an ability few contemporaries possessed. This level of control enhanced every performance, allowing her to convey complex psychological states effortlessly. Kerr's commitment to her craft became a benchmark in an era where charm often overshadowed depth, and it contributed to her enduring status as a cinematic icon. Personal life. Marriage and motherhood. Deborah Kerr married squadron leader Anthony Bartley on November 29, 1945, soon after World War II. Bartley, a decorated RAF pilot, initially seemed to offer stability as Kerr's career soared. The couple had two daughters, Melanie Jane, born in 1947, and Francesca Ann, born in 1951. Kerr cherished motherhood, balancing her family with a demanding international career. Melanie pursued academia and became a respected medical sociologist, while Francesca married actor John Shrapnel, giving Kerr three grandsons who continued the family's creative legacy in acting and writing. Despite the appearance of domestic harmony, the marriage faced tension due to Bartley's envy of Kerr's fame and her frequent absences, culminating in divorce in 1959, a turning point that allowed Kerr to reclaim personal and professional autonomy. Marriage to Peter Viertel. In 1960, Kerr married author and screenwriter Peter Viertel, entering a partnership defined by intellectual and creative synergy. Viertel's cosmopolitan charm and commanding presence resonated with Kerr, complementing her own poise. Their union coincided with some of Kerr's most memorable screen performances, including her work alongside Burt Lancaster in From Here to Eternity. While their on-screen romance captured the public imagination, Kerr clarified that their relationship was professional, rooted in mutual respect rather than scandal. Virgil encouraged Kerr's artistic growth, and she credited him with providing both personal support and a challenging intellectual partnership, helping her navigate the demands of stardom with grace while maintaining her independence. Revelations about Burt Lancaster. Kerr's reflections on Burt Lancaster, shared late in life, revealed a complex, demanding man whose brilliance came with volatility. She described him as emotionally intense, physically energetic, and creatively unrestrained, often pushing boundaries on and off the set. Kerr admitted feeling overwhelmed at times by Lancaster's relentless force, noting that his confidence sometimes bordered on recklessness. Yet she also admired his honesty and fearlessness, which elevated every performance. Kerr clarified that their relationship was professional, fueled by mutual respect and attraction, but not an affair. Her insights painted Lancaster as a man of contradictions, fearless yet vulnerable, commanding yet deeply human. Lancaster's inner struggles. Kerr observed that beneath Lancaster's bravado lay a man carrying anger, not cruelty, anger at limitations and the idea that life might deny him his desires. She believed this internal struggle fueled his compelling performances, but came at a personal cost. The most poignant revelation concerned Lancaster's later years, as age and physical decline stripped him of the vitality that defined him. Kerr reflected on the irony of a man whose career relied on his physicality facing inevitable frailty. This humanized the Hollywood icon, illustrating the delicate balance between genius and vulnerability, and offered audiences a more nuanced understanding of a legendary actor, often seen only through the lens of fame and cinematic mythology. Legacy of collaboration and respect. Despite Lancaster's intensity, Kerr remembered him with admiration and respect, emphasizing how his presence challenged her to meet his artistic standards. Their collaboration exemplified the dynamic tension between two powerful performers, elevating the films they shared. Kerr's reflections highlighted a professional ethos in which brilliance and difficulty coexisted, pushing collaborators to greater heights. She credited Lancaster with making her braver on screen, demonstrating that creative intensity could be transformative, even if intimidating. Kerr's candidness underscored the humanity behind Hollywood's glamorous facade, revealing the dedication, struggle, and personal sacrifices that accompany extraordinary artistic achievement. Later years and final reflections. Deborah Kerr spent her later years in Boatsdale, Suffolk, England, seeking privacy and tranquility away from the public eye. She faced Parkinson's disease with the same dignity and composure that had characterized her career, maintaining independence and grace despite the physical limitations imposed by the illness. Though she largely withdrew from public appearances, she remained revered by fans, colleagues, and film historians. Kerr's reflections on her life and collaborators, including Lancaster, conveyed empathy, honesty, and enduring artistic insight. Even in retirement, her voice resonated with the same intelligence, poise, and emotional depth that had defined her performances for decades. Conclusion: a life well lived. Deborah Kerr passed away on October 16, 2007, at the age of 86, leaving behind a legacy defined by grace, discipline, and extraordinary talent. Her career demonstrated the power of subtlety, moral strength, and emotional honesty in acting. Her personal reflections on collaborators like Burt Lancaster revealed the complexity of human relationships behind the glamour of Hollywood. Through her films, family, and insights, Kerr's influence extended far beyond the screen. She remains a symbol of refined artistry, moral clarity, and enduring elegance, a performer whose life and work continue to inspire, teaching that greatness is inseparable from humanity, vulnerability, and the courage to remain authentic.